Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's Game 7 weekend preview show. I'm your host, Brian French, and I got my boys with me today, Kevin and Stuart, my minions. My minion over there, my crack minion engineer, Justin's with me today. How we doing, Justin?
Doing fantastic.
We got a great show, folks. We're having a lot of fun here. Got another big weekend of Game 7 baseball in the state of Missouri. Oh, wait a minute. I said that out loud.
It's the same thing, though,
The rain is causing a lot of misery, isn't it? My goodness. State of Missouri, and we have another big weekend in the state of Tennessee. We also are adding this weekend, we got a 13U division tournament in Springfield, Illinois at Schlitt Park, which is kind of cool. That's a little bit something we hadn't seen before. Southwest Missouri Game 7 has a one-day event in the 9U Open Division. So a lot of baseball being played in the state of Missouri. Also, Arnold, we have the AAA Game 7 Swing for the Rings. That's happening down there. Again, that's all over the state. Jody Witt in Tennessee has two tournaments being held with 119 teams down in the Nashville area. That's a lot of teams, Justin.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
We got a total of 115 right here in the state of I almost said Missouri again. State of Missouri.
It's close enough. It's really potato.
We got something special this weekend, though, folks. We do our spotlight divisions. And this week we have our spotlight in the Swing for the Rings on the 11U AAA. But with an added bonus, we're going to add another spotlight division. We have the 9U Elite Invitational powered by the Rawlings Xtreme. I believe that is correct. Rawlings Xtreme.
Yes,
I got to move
correct.
you over, Kevin, because you can't get the computer rolling here. So I got to get the computer rolling. So hang with me. Yes, Rawlings Xtreme. I was right. So, Rawlings Xtreme, and we're giving away two. Look at this, folks. Two cool bats. We got the Elite Invitational. We have the Swing for the Rings. I don't know how well they can see that. How can you see that okay over there, Justin? Swing for the Rings? Put it up closer to the, right there. That's a cool-looking bat. And then you got the Elite Invitational logo on this one as the top award, our tournament outstanding players. And we're giving away two, not one, two cool bat top awards this weekend. I think that's awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. We're also going to have another turf championship held at Lindenwood University for 12U A and AA divisions. And folks, make sure, again, my crack minion over there, Justin's got the ticker rolling with all the venues. And so look at your age division below there and see where you're going to be playing. If you haven't looked, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. Game 7 baseball's got it working. Schedule's out. But, folks, we got 115 teams, 119 teams, Missouri, Tennessee, a total of 241 teams playing this weekend in Game 7 tournaments.
It's a lot of teams.
It is a lot of teams, man. That's a lot of teams. So how many games is that? If you got a weekend where you're getting 3-game minimum, right? 3-game minimum. You got 241 teams times 3. We're talking
723 games.
723 guaranteed baseball games going on between Missouri and Tennessee in Game 7. 723 guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Of course, rain, those things. I'm talking about just in a normal situation, you're guaranteed 3 games. That's a lot, man. Wow, that's a lot of baseball being played. And I'm sure Dave and Dave, if they were here, they're not here right now. They're out working. We're working too, but we're doing this part of it. They will want to say thank you for supporting Game 7 baseball and playing in Game 7 baseball tournaments across the state of Missouri and the state of Tennessee, state of Illinois. Big shout out to all the teams and the folks. Thank you from Game 7. Right now, we want to recognize our partner, Cool Bats. Again, look at these bats, man. These are cool.
They're pretty sweet. They're pretty sweet.
I mean-
I would have liked to gotten one of those whenever I was, younger.
Yeah. I mean, you got the tournament logos on there. Jeff Jones and his group did a great job with getting the logos on these bats. They're killer. So go to their website. If you're looking for a trophy bat, go to coolbats.com. If you're looking for an individual or a team commemorative bat, check out what they can do for you. I think these are so neat. I've really enjoyed giving them out this season for our top award winners. We're going to be giving out, again, like I said, 2. Our top award represents the focus on character, commitment, and the community, both on and off the field. And I think it was really interesting last week when we gave the top award in our 15U division, Tyler Lane, from the Rawlings Xtreme, received the award, and it was fun talking to him. The older kids, you taking the trash out or you keeping your room clean. He was honest about that. I asked him, is your room clean? He goes, nah.
Yeah, the honesty's great.
Honest. I love that. See, that's character. He was honest. He told me, though, so I must believe him. I said, when Mom tells you to take the trash out the first time, do you do it? He says, yeah. So there you go. Gotta love that. Good grades. But, and all kidding aside, we did ask him those things, but, the coach gave it to him because when we talk about character, commitment, and community both on and off the field, we're talking about not being a knucklehead, right? Not being a knucklehead in school when you're walking down the hall and you see somebody that maybe, just you punch them or give them a shot, knock the books out. The stuff we saw in those stupid movies, right? The high school movies. There's a lot of knuckleheads walking around high school campuses.
Especially nowadays.
It's always been that way, son. It's always been that way, Justin. It's more than just, keeping your room clean, both on and off the field, that character driven to where are you a positive mentor in your classes? Are you positive around your friends? Are you setting that example? I mean, we have so many issues today with our youth, not only with drugs and alcohol, but with just self-esteem and, not thinking that you're worth anything. That it's got to be better. We've got to work toward having a better idea of how to help our youth in what we're trying to accomplish. Agreed?
Definitely. It's a huge topic in today's world.
It is. So that's one of the things we like to focus on, and thanks to Cool Bats for sponsoring this award, and we're looking forward to giving out 2, not 1, 2 Cool Bats this weekend. Just want to remind everybody, we're talking about 723, correct? Guaranteed games, what he said. You know how many umpires that takes?
It's a lot. It's a lot of umpires.
A lot of umpires, folks. A lot of umpires. A lot of coaches. A lot of people. A lot of coaches giving of their time. Whether it be a dad coach or a club coach, they're still putting their time in with these kids. That's a lot of extra demand on your life. Everybody's got their job, their family, and whatnot. And they're taking this summer and running all over the country, playing in 6 to 10 tournaments throughout a year, maybe playing in a league, right?
Yeah, and then you got out of town tournaments,
Man, it's a lot of demand. It really is. And so as we're getting to the heat of the summer, let's make sure we keep our cool. I think that's a big pot. Let's keep our cool. Let's remember we're setting the right example for our children. We need to be setting the right example for our children. Justin and I just finished reading an article from ESPN. It's about a lawsuit that's happening in Wisconsin over a high school wrestling event and how it is now in the court system and the precedent that could set in our society concerning these things. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now, but it's just crazy. And it's just the things that we talk about with umpires. There's a lot of great people out at the parks, parents, coaches, umpires, a lot of great people. It's only usually a few knuckleheads that create the issues. It really is. Whether you're an umpire or a coach or a parent, that can happen. We try to make sure that everybody is good folks, working, doing the right things. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supporting youth baseball, and we need to support it in the right way. And we want to make sure we keep it that way, yeah?
Definitely. It's just bringing up kids in the right way, it is competition,
Yes.
there's that part of it, but it's respecting your opponents, respecting everyone around you. It's just doing things in the right way.
Absolutely. Well said. And we talk to a lot of great kids having a lot of fun out there, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Very respectful, too. I mean, we talk to a lot of the kids in the interviews and stuff, and for the most part, we have a great time.
Yeah, and there's so many kids that are very well spoken.
Yes.
Know how to communicate. Just know actually how to talk to people, which seems to be a lost art in today's society with technology, cell phones, all that kind of thing, where you're constantly talking online.
Doing texting, yeah. I mean, the art of conversation is something that really needs to come back. We talk about building character. We talk about how that helps the youth and their commitment to growing up in a strong community. So that's something we want to make sure we focus on. We talk about, remember, before you holler, make sure you remember, whether it be a coach or an official or whatever the case may be, another parent, make sure you remember, we want to build the right character in our children. Take the time to talk to the coach when it doesn't take away from his position of respect he holds with those kids. And before you yell at the official, here's one. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be rude or whatnot. Read the rule book, guys. Read the rule book. Parents, read the rule book. It'd be good for you. Consider also that official is somebody's family, somebody's son, somebody's daughter, just like your son and daughter are out there playing. That's somebody's kid, that's somebody's dad, that's somebody's mom. We're all people. So I think if we remember that, it'll help us. That doesn't mean that they're perfect or anything like that. They could miss a call. But remember, we talked about this. And this goes to a lot of respect. You see youth baseball and you have 6, 7 errors in a game, which is going to happen. There's very few youth baseball teams that don't make errors, right?
Exactly. You're going to have a couple, at least.
At least. There's better teams than others, to be sure. But that's the thing. The team creates 5, 6 errors, and you lose a game maybe 5-6 or 6-5, whatnot. And your last batter with maybe a runner at third gets that called third strike, and it's close. It's a close call. Could have gone either way, maybe. I'm not saying. But we holler at the official and we blame the official for losing that game, which we should understand these are kids and they're learning, and they've made 5 or 6 errors in a game that cost 3 or 4 other runs. It happens. I'm not saying nothing cost them the game. This is about a learning process. We're not costing games. We're learning how to play the game the right way. And sometimes they have to get past that making error stage. And we hope that the official is right on top and working as hard as he can, as she can, to make the right calls. That's the best anybody can do, isn't it? So let's make sure we respect each other as people. And hopefully we can see that bring a more positive approach and respectful society. Yeah? I know that these opinions are of mine, and, not necessarily, I don't want to say anybody, not necessarily reflecting Game 7, but I'm just trying to help us understand how we can be better as a society, as people. We're trying to help our young people grow, and I just hope that maybe somebody is listening and takes it into account. That's all I can say. We appreciate you folks watching. We really do. And hope that you enjoy coming out to the ballpark and seeing Red Earth Productions. And we love talking to the kids and really enjoy it all. So it's going to be another great weekend of baseball. And from all of us here at REP, have a great day in the Lord. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you at the ballpark.